I was so emotionally unstable. I was very driven by anger. I learned at a very young age that I wasn't good enough. I believed the lies. I had very low self esteem, and I felt like nothing I could ever do would be good enough. And so that just compounded and compounded over years, and it just manifested as anger and rage in me. And I portrayed that anger on those around me, but also myself. I would say that I'm my own worst enemy. And so it just became so loud, so noisy inside of my head. Nothing would quiet the noise, the negativity, the hatred that I began to feel about myself. And so I was introduced to what I thought was the cure to my madness. It quieted the noise inside my head. And for years, I became addicted to opiate-based pain meds. And that became my closest and dearest friend because it was the only thing that quieted my mind. Because the negative thoughts and the negative thinking, it was an awful, awful way to live. And so years went by and I found myself in just an even worse position because none of that went away, and now I have this addiction. And so I found myself laying face down on the floor with my nose in the carpet, and I just was sobbing, begging, pleading God to help me. I begged and pleaded to a God I didn't know, didn't understand, or even necessarily believe in at that point in my life. But I begged anyway, and I said, if you're real, if you're really real, you're going to show up for me and you're going to take this away from me. God, please do it. And in that moment, I just felt this peace. This peace just come over me, this just comfort that come over me. And it was so profound because I had been without peace for so long. And so I felt this whisper and I heard this, it said, it's going to be okay. And I know now what that was. But then it just it was surreal to me. But now I look back at that and I know that was when Jesus showed up in my life. I know that's when he walked into my situation, and my life changed that day. It changed that day, and it has never been the same since. And so even though my old thoughts and way of thinking and everything that I went through would have me believe that I was going to die sick and in that way, Jesus has the final word, and he says, I am saved.